what is one misconception people do have about civil engineering?
Okay, misconception people do have about civil engineering. I would say most of the time people think civil engineering is just the building of houses.
Okay.
Most of the time people think civil engineering is just the building of houses. In civil engineering, there are many domains. There are people who have entered into civil engineering and they have never constructed a house before. There are people who are specialized in roadworks. There are people who are specialized in design of bridges. Some people have never even been on a building site. In fact, they are civil engineers, but they have to pay others to do like building construction like we have here on this site here.
Okay, so this is actually a site you're supervising?
Yes, yes.
What is the biggest misconception people have about civil engineers?
Well, the biggest misconception with civil engineering right now is that most of our boss, like the directors of many companies now out there, they know that an engineer is supposed to function like a technician on the site, which that's not the case. As an engineer, you should be a good technician. You understand that you cannot control somebody that you don't know how the activity or the work you are doing is being done. You get. So now they expect an engineer to be on site 24/7 more than even a technician. Well, I have situations where they will call me that I'm not on site, whereas the technician that is doing the work is not on site, which is very funny. The person who is supposed to be on site is the technician before me. I'm coming to control the designing of the designing norms.
Yes.
As I design like this beam at this AA, it was designed that okay, the reinforcement will be spaced at 15 centimeters, and it should be there to make sure that okay, before they concrete the beam, is the stirrup spacement respected. That should basically be my function, working technical documents in the office, not being at the side like trying to do what the technician does.
So the technicians are people who do the foam work, okay.
Technicians and like what classical builders, because now architects they design the plan. They are known for their aesthetics. Like when putting out design, they focus more about the aesthetics. Meanwhile, the engineer now, in his own field of study, he focus on the structural integrity. What the architect has designed, and this be real, because sometimes some architect design and you look at it, it's not possible. So you as an engineer now, you are challenged. You need to make that possible. Then now for the builder, after designing that, the builder now needs to now actually build. The technicians they actually construct. Meanwhile, you control. Same as the architect on a full building project. Everybody needs to be represented. It's not like once I've drawn the plan, I should just go and the engineer takes over. It's only in Cameroon that we really have a misconception about all these things, because all the full people that construct, that do the designing, they are not represented while the project is being executed. And you find out that we have a lot of mistakes when it comes to execution of our projects. Why? Because the people who did the design, they are not fully in the project, in the execution phase, because it's normal that you design and during construction you find out that there's a fault or in the design that the architect should go and recorrect in the drawings and bring that to site. You get
the modifications.
Yes, the modification. But in our system here, when that is identified, the technicians they just do what they deem necessary to do at that point. And at the end of the day, what the product will get, we are not. The client was satisfied.
Okay, so it needs the civil engineer, it needs the architect, it needs the structural engineer, and equally the builders together with the laborers to make a very good design.
Yes, that's the thing.
And each of them have their unique function.
They have their role to play. The misconception in our field is really big in such a way that for us to address the situation and correct it is really going to take a long time, because in Cameroon, one person, at the end of the day, one person does the architectural plan, the structural analysis, does the execution himself. So it's complicated. So we have already given that mindset to so many boss and so many clients that once I have this person, that's how it functions.